Firstly, a quick disclaimer, everyone. I like to put it out there and let everybody know that if you hear any background noise, please treat it as a music, because it's very, very hot right now in Africa. I cannot do without my AC. I try to switch it off, but I can't because I'll be sweating on my videos. And we all know I do not want that. Now, with this disclaimer out of the way, let's talk about the video that we're making today. So I tried this app just recently, Sweat Wallet. Yes, I even took a long time to make this video because time, hey? But we are here, we are making this video today. And as always, guys, you know that I try these apps for a week and I give them some time to know what they're about. And a week at least is enough. A day, even sometimes we can find out enough. And with the Sweat Wallet app, and it claims that it gives you a reward each time that you break up or you break a sweat. So I broke the sweat. And preferably, if you don't know, I prefer utilizing PayPal for my pay systems because I know it's reliable, easy to access. If you're into Bitcoin, you can prefer that as well, because I'm also not familiar with Bitcoin yet. I'm also getting into Bitcoin, but I found that a lot of their system, as you can check here, it has a lot of Bitcoin systems that I'm not familiar with, that I do not understand. So I would not necessarily rate this app bad or good. I'm just gonna leave it in the middle because it has many options for people who are into Bitcoin and have a way of withdrawing their money outside of Bitcoin. But you'll be surprised that in a day I usually would walk a lot. Like I walked a lot. I walked for 3 days. I walked a lot because I was at work during that time. I found it the best time to actually do this because I get to know how many steps that I did and how this app actually works. So each time you do your walk, they process it and then they put the money or the coins. It's not really even the money, it's the coins that you earn, and then they put it inside your Bitcoin, and then you get to not really your Bitcoin but the wallet, the Sweat Wallet, and you get to transfer the coins that you earn from Sweat, and then you put it into the Bitcoin system that they've selected for you, and you can withdraw your money through Bitcoin. So I would say, as a person who prefers PayPal systems and utilizing it because I prefer it, is actually safer for me, because not that I'm advertising PayPal, but realistically it has your information. It has your information. It knows you, it tracks you, it works. Okay, and they've also gone above in a way to let you know that this one is safe, because there are things that you do to actually set it up to make sure that it works for you. So I wouldn't be recommending it for people, especially if you don't know how Bitcoins work. If you're not familiar with Bitcoin, then this app is not for you. Unfortunately, I won't recommend it for you, because in order to know how it works, you need to know the Bitcoin system, and the money takes time for you to make. Okay, so you'd actually have more chance on YouTube, building your YouTube, than you would on this app, because it needs time. It needs time to actually generate. And I've said this with a lot of businesses, that you need to have a lot of patience, you need to have a lot of resilience, you need to have a stronger mindset, because that's exactly what I've learned with this channels, more specifically the Glow Bunny channel, when it comes to dealing with money and how money works. Okay, I learned that to make money, even on social media apps, it needs you to build your social media presence. It needs you to build something, to build, even when you're running, you need to build it consistently so that you can get your reward at the end of the day. Because if you don't, then how will they pay you? Because if you get to make money automatically, how will they make money? Because they make money from you at the end of the day. So, like I said, I will recommend it if you're familiar with Bitcoin systems and how they work. I won't recommend it if you don't know if you don't know the Bitcoin system and you're like me and you prefer PayPal systems because it's easier and it's reliable to you. It's reliable to me. So I don't know this Bitcoin systems. So I don't feel like it's user friendly for people like me. So Sweat Wallet, if you're watching this, please make it user friendly for all your users, not just your Bitcoin users who can be able to withdraw your money, but the people outside of the Bitcoin system, because I'm sure I'm not the only one. It's everyone else who are looking to utilize your app to break sweat, but they're looking at the fact that how am I going to withdraw my money if these are the options that I have for me to withdraw my money. So I tried it for 3 days, and then after 3 days, and I was like, I'm done with this app. I'm removing it. I'm literally just done with it. I don't want to hear anything that comes from this app, because I also have to download it and download the wallet, and it takes unnecessary space. So unnecessary space, because I was like, how many apps do I have to download before I get to the money? You know, even listen, I'm not rushing even to the money, but I need to see some consistency. Even if it gives me like a dollar coin in a day, it needs to make sense realistically. You know, I wouldn't recommend something that I know I wouldn't utilize. So I need to know what I'm involving myself in before I get involved, because you never really know. You never really know with these apps and the things that they offer. And I feel like a lot of time they know that people are desperate for money and they will do anything for money. So yeah, interesting. So if you really want to use Sweat Wallet, I'll put information as I usually do for all apps, and you can try it for yourself, because I do recommend you try for yourself, you experience it. And I don't want anyone also coming up at me and saying that I'm negative. If I'm too negative, then you shouldn't be in business. Businesses takes risk, and also with risk, it needs a proper management of risk. You don't just jump into things because you heard somebody say something. It may sometimes not. It may not even be the business. It may just be you. So do your research. Do not rush for money. Just you need to be comfortable with the fact that you might not even make it at your first try. Okay, you need to be comfortable with the fact that it might not work out in the first few years, because you're in your planting season. There will come a time where you harvest your reward. We know the system is rigged, but don't just make it easier for you to be manipulated and controlled.